I'd like to share with you who I am, what I do, and why I do what I do. My name is Dr. Ilya Skolnikov. I'm a diplomate of the International Board of Applied Kinesiology. A diplomate of the International Board of Applied Kinesiology is a healthcare provider who is an expert at diagnosing the underlying causes of people's health concerns using a variety of different healthcare systems that are collectively known as professional applied kinesiology. The type of work that I do is unique in that it's combining all these different types of diagnosis and treatment, such as those that come from the professions of Western medicine, chiropractic, psychology, nutrition, acupuncture, and other professions as well. So what I do is I treat my patients using therapies that come from a system of diagnosis and treatment, the applied kinesiology system of diagnosis and treatment, okay, which utilizes the Triad of Health. So let's take a pen, we'll take a black pen, and we'll write out the Triad of Health. So the Triad of Health involves structural, chemical, and emotional therapies. So we'll just get that written up on the page. And it also includes structural, chemical, and emotional methods of diagnosis. So Hippocrates, over 1,500 years ago, would say the highest good is to find the cause. And what he meant by that is that there's three causes of any health concern. There's a structural cause, meaning the physical body. There's a chemical cause, meaning things that we breathe, things that we drink, things that we come into contact with, things that we drink, things that we come into contact with, such as hair care, skin care, body care, nutrition, that kind of thing. We eat nutrition, right? And then there's chemicals that are coming from the radiation, for example. There's petrochemicals that are coming from cars and whatnot. So there's all these different chemicals that we're exposed to today. So normally, when we see somebody to get help with our physical body, with our structure, we'll see a chiropractor, or we might see a surgeon, or we might see you might see somebody who does massage or something like that, a physiatrist or an osteopath. So those are the types of healthcare providers who would normally provide structural therapies. When receiving chemical therapies, normally one would see a homeopath or a naturopath who uses homeopathic remedies or herbs or nutrition. So a nutritionist. You might see an herbalist. Okay, I just mentioned homeopathy because we have a homeopathic pharmacy here in the office. It's in back, right over there. Okay, so, and then you might even see somebody like a microbiologist or something like that. So those tend to be the different types. An acupuncturist could use herbs, correct? So you might see these types of healthcare providers for chemical therapies. And then when looking for a healthcare provider who does these therapies, of course, we have the psychologists, psychiatrists, marriage and family therapists. We have other types of mind workers, okay? And these are all people who do emotional therapies. So what the Triad of Health is, it's about a system of diagnosis and treatment that combines all these different therapies into one cohesive system of checks and balances. I call it the Triad of Health chiropractic kinesiology system of diagnosis and treatment. That's a mouthful. That's what I call it. And that's what we do here in this office. Not only do we combine these different systems of diagnosis and treatment, but we also use specific techniques that are quite comprehensive at diagnosing the underlying causes of people's health concerns. One of them is called total body modification. Initials are TBM. Another one of these techniques is called neuro-emotional technique. And as I shared with you, I use the professional applied kinesiology. The reason I do what I do is because years ago my health was terrible, really bad. You can hear a bit more about it on other videos and reading through my website. But to make a long story short, I found somebody use these therapies and it was amazing. It completely turned my life around. So I decided to dedicate my life to helping other people who were sick to get well when all other methods had already failed.